Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight.
Let's go! Let's go!
Third! The Super Kick Party! Yeah, pay the money for that. No one. And of course, you're gonna get the hopping spin. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. I hope I'm sounding okay today. Lord knows the picture's going to be a little weird today. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Mike the Ref Twitch stream here for a Wednesday night. It is March 12th, 2025. Yes, you get to see the background tonight. It's been a weird day. So, hey, Vic, how you doing, my friend? So, long story short, I got home yesterday from work. And all the lights were flashing on my stove, on my microwave, and all that. So we had a power bump yesterday. Or a power outage for a little bit of time. All is well. I'm able to pull in here. I'm very happy to have you here, Vic. Because this might actually help you explain a couple things here as well. So I checked the surge protector for the computer, and it was popped, so I put it back in. Fired up the computer yesterday. Seemed to be... It turned on okay. But then all of a sudden it starts saying it's not recognizing ports. I go to touch the buttons on my stream decks. They all reset. Or they're all frozen, sorry. So I reset the computer, unplugged it, unplugged the power phone, plugged back in. Dead. So long story short, my computer's over at Memory Express. We're back on the laptop here for the next few days, folks. Good thing is they guarantee 5-day repairs. So by this time next week, we'll be back up and running, hopefully. Hey, Jay Quick, good to see you here. Good to see you here, Zodiac, as well. So, looks like we're a little battered and bruised, sort of like the roster of AEW. Now, here's a segue for you, folks. If you got a chance to check out the Tony Khan press conference on Sunday night, they only had 2 people actually show up to be a part of it. One was Swerve, who put out a lot of great lines there. Also mentioned that the match between Swerve and Ricochet was actually the first time ever that I'll say it the way he did because I won't get in trouble. Two black men ended up fighting in a number one contenders match. First time ever. So, yeah, we had that, and trying to remember who the other one was. It was, well, at least in AEW. Well, I think it was just in AEW. I don't know if it's expanded to all wrestling, but it wouldn't surprise me, really. Unless we got like a Lashley Kofi way back in the Kofi Mania days. It's interesting to say the least. But, yeah, basically Tony Khan said there's a lot of people that got injured on this show, and a lot of them wouldn't be cleared by the doctors. So we got a very interesting card coming up tonight with 2 matches in an international tournament for the winner to face Kenny Omega April 6th at the pay-per-view. And Jay Quick, I know you were talking about that. I'll get back to that. Don't worry. Do yourself a favor, folks. If you haven't seen it yet, go to our YouTube channel. The latest video up on the YouTube channel is my review, my day after review, something I want to try and start out. I want to do a review a day after the show so we don't have an emotional finish to it and an emotional review to it. We can actually look at some of the facts and go through it a little bit more. Hey, McKerney, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. But, yeah, so we're getting the 2 matches there. Oh, let me just get into this real quick because Dynamite's already starting. Tony Khan basically turned around and said, the way everything looked, he did not say that he admitted that it was the wrong choice. What he said is, any of the last 4 matches could have main evented that show. We all know that's bullshit, right? I think we can all agree with that. The fact that they literally had the end on top. Because it was actually the last question that was very well put. It was, wow. Glad to see Kenny dressed up for the moment tonight. They are in Fresno, so you know. Standards are a little lower. Oh, wait, hold up, because that Mariah... Like I said, go check out the video. It's half an hour. I go through my thoughts on everything on the show. And, yeah. Speaking of Omega, absolutely. McCurdy, to answer your question, I am a Bills fan. I'm not going to say I'm one of those hardcore, got to know about everything, everywhere, about everything, but I do have a fair knowledge of it. There is a reason why I'm the ref. So I do keep track of quite a bit of NFL details. If I start having Miles I have that doll. The Akuma Kenny Omega doll. Just sitting on the floor right behind me here. Are you ready for this? Oh, yeah. Thank God his music's back. Well, he said he's got 3 different musics. Have been making some moves in the offseason. Damn, Steelers have the oldest quarterback in the league, and that's it for our quarterbacks? Yeah. Did they take Rodgers, or did they keep Wilson? Yeah, sorry, Jay Quick. We skipped off, skipped back, skipped off, skipped back. I definitely think this is Speedball tonight. This is the way that you can set up Speedball versus Omega at the pay-per-view, right? The doll looks like... So, yeah, hold up. It's on the bottom shelf here. I don't know if you can hear the sound effects from the doll. Totally there. He's got an Akuma logo on the back. I haven't taken it off yet. It's still in the box. That's not Sheamus. He didn't get kicked out on 2. What's he got going?
We're barely into the new year. Not only am I back with AEW, but thanks to the support of you fans, the support of our doctors, the support of someone who I never thought I'd be able to call a friend, Will Ospreay.
He's even going with Will Ospreay. You think it's Alexander, Jay Quick? I'd love to see it. I think it's more likely Speedball because it's Hitchicero's the opponent. Because Hitchicero versus Speedball will be a fun match.
But I'm back with something that I never thought I might be able to hold ever again. That's not just a title, a singles title.
A singles title. Oh, and
Being here, there's one more person that I truly do need to thank, and it's going to sound a little controversial, but I'm going to thank you, Takeshita.
well, without Takeshita, he wouldn't be able to get where he was, right?
Because you pushed me harder at the pay-per-view than I ever could have pushed myself.
30 minutes. I don't think anybody expected Omega to go 30 minutes on at its first singles match in AEW. He definitely deserves it.
Amongst the top of AEW, I wouldn't have this belt. I wouldn't be able to have this microphone and speak to you.
I don't know if that blew out the mic or not. Sorry if it did.
Aside from being a great champion, is that you made this belt a truly international champion.
I love how they say they're going to have international challengers on the bracket. And there's like 2 from Canada, or sorry, 3 from America.
Dynasty Eliminator Tournament. I thought, gee, Tony, that's a great
Russell Wilson flying to Cleveland.
legitimately call themselves the best on the planet.
And McCurdy, I feel bad for you guys getting Rodgers because he ain't going to do crap there. If he doesn't make the playoffs, he's going to be the ultimate curse.
It doesn't matter what country you represent, what walk of life you represent. I want to face the best. So
Should retire if he does. Well,
you guys will be
he should have retired a long time ago if you ask me, but
closer. And we're kicking things off tonight with a bang. So speaking of a bang, I must bid you all adieu. So good
no, I was talking about Rodgers, who signed in, Rodgers signing with Pittsburgh, and now Russell Wilson's looking at Cleveland. Like, that's... Other than Myles Garrett, they only got nothing there. That's like what the Pittsburgh Penguins had, if you want to do an NHL equivalent. There's the bracket. We're going to get some good matches on Saturday. Shibata Ricochet, and then Briscoe and Davis. I just find it weird that they have to do it this quick. Like, I would have done like one match over each week or each show, right? Stretched out for another week. Because what? Next week is... Yeah, what's next week? That'd be the 19th. So then you got the 26th and the 3rd. You got 2 more weeks to build that up, right? Speaking of hockey, probably going to miss all the fun on Saturday to see a good old Oh, the Ops are starting out the night against 3 local enhancement talent. Oh, this will be painful. But you go. That's not a hockey game. You know what you can do, Zodiac, if you want to save your money for going to the hockey game? Oh, these 3 are dead in so many ways. What you could do, Zodiac, just to save you some money, you can rent the movie Slapshot. Well, I know, but you still got to pay for drinks, for parking, and all that stuff. So just to save you that, just buy the movie Slapshot, because that 3rd line, with Kachuk, Bennett, and Marchand, that's pretty much the Hanson brothers right there. Joe's looking at Omega like he's steak. Well, Joe wants a title. Like, how many times can you honestly do these enhancement already in the ring matches with these guys? Somebody put a stop. Here's the reason why I don't think we're going to get that. We only got 4 other matches scheduled. We got a lot of talking segments. We got a lot of people who are going to be, or just simply not available tonight. Like, we're getting Willow Nightingale versus Penelope Ford tonight. So maybe we get the return of Marina Shafir so we can start up that feud. We got the double revenge match. Oh my God. Hook just pull it off the Joe. But we're getting that double revenge match is what it's put on the website between Brian Cage Dralistico versus Hologram and Powerhouse Hobbs. So we're getting the meat division and the filet division, I believe it is. Nats fan, how you doing tonight? I saw you making those AEW comments in Mill stream earlier today. I had a stream on after the MLB content show, so I saw you made that comment about AEW arenas. Well, this one, what, 5 minutes? This match maybe go 5 minutes? Small little jab, of course. You know what? I don't blame you at times. I will say that it's nice to see these full venues again. So, just as a heads up to you guys, because I know I'll just give you some, in case you want to plan your evening here. There is going to be no extra after tonight. Just because my computer decided to... So I wonder, Ricochet's getting a home court match, home ring match, because he's from Las Vegas. He shows the Philadelphia thing, whatever, but he actually lives in Vegas. But, yeah. Oh, and you're going to Norfolk on the 30th? Nice. That's right halfway in between Dynamite, Double or Nothing and Dynasty. So everything's going to be firing on all cylinders, and I hope you really enjoy that show. And yeah, like, I got a feeling that Tony had to book these this way. Because if you look at the roster of who's in the lineup for the tournament, well, we got Mark Briscoe, who wrestled in the pre-show. And we got Ricochet, who's up against Swerve. And I think that's it for people who wrestled on the pay-per-view. Oh, yeah, OC, that's right. He's in a match, too, tonight, too. So, yeah, OC was in that same match with Briscoe. But realistically, that match on the pre-show was flutter. Not much to it. No way wrestlers are getting hurt. I guess Momo had to be carried around or sent to the hospital or something like that. Didn't Shibata face Omega and DDT? Maybe. I still think it's complete bullshit how they did that finish. So they're getting a rematch for this next week? Can anybody say we don't care? Rumors that Mercedes is in. That wouldn't surprise me. Because I'll be honest, Jay Quick, and like I said, once again, I am pushing this hard. Because I haven't, honestly, I haven't seen enough views. I'd like to get more views, but... Everybody talks about how that match was so great between Momo and Mercedes. I'm just like, nah. It really wasn't that good. I dare say Cope wins next week? No. Christian interferes again. I got no faith in that. Yeah, we're getting a rematch next week. See, this is a WWF rule. You know, you don't get pinned, you get the rematch. And winner meets Swerve at Dynasty. Yeah, like, it's going to be Mox and Swerve. I just don't see it being either that or it gets to be a fucked up ending and we end up getting another triple threat at Dynasty. Because that wouldn't surprise me either if we end up having that instead. Yeah, I really hope that they get that title off off Moxley eventually here. I think it'll be a Dynasty. Kenny needs to take this title. No. What you do with Kenny, and I think they're going the right way with it. You get Kenny, keep that title at Dynasty, keep it at Double or Nothing. If you get Speedball in this one, if you get Ricochet maybe at Double or Nothing, it sets up for All In, Okada versus Omega, title for title, the creation of the AEW Intercontinental title. Number one, because we get rid of 2 mid-card titles that really aren't used a whole lot. And number 2, all the WWE crazy-centric fans are going to go into an absolute meltdown over it, and I want to be here to see it. We have an AEW TV title. It's called the TNT title. Daniel Garcia has it. Adam Cole's probably going to get it within a month here. I know a lot of people forgot about Daniel Garcia with the title because he's a collision-based wrestler, but yeah, no, they're going through that story. It looks like Cole's going to get that title just from what happened on the pre-show. And once again, like I talked about it on my review, you had 2 matches during the pre-show that had nothing to do with the pay-per-view. That did nothing to help sell the pay-per-view. You had 2 advertised matches. Let me correct myself. Because there was a match and then there was horse shit. Pardon my French. There was horse shit that ended up on there. Jugs needs to get it going. Well, he's on a roll right now. That character arc is peaking up. It's going to be that level of desperation to get that title. And I do think that I think Adam Cole gets the title here sooner than later. Because that story is just playing out way too well. Like Garcia in that 8-man tag basically tried to steal the spotlight. Stole Cole's tag and went out running. Or got the pin and then just ran out of the ring. No celebration, no nothing. Go into the fans with the crowd. And then just pieced out. Bye-bye. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see Adam Cole with gold. I'd actually like to see somebody with trios gold. And when I see somebody, I mean anybody at this point. Somebody send out the APB for... See, they should have done this promo before they advertised the match. But this is something AEW does.
Whatever you want, whatever you think looks cool on a poster, Copeland. You take the rules, I'll take your excuses.
Excuses.
Dad always told me, measure twice, cut once. I underestimated.
Measure twice, cut once. That's actually a very good woodworking rule here.
His will to climb step by step to the top of the mountain no matter what avalanches befall him. There's a reason I'm the world champion. There are many differences between amateurs and professionals. One of which I never make the same mistake twice.
Uh-huh. I don't mind a long promo tonight. Once again, it's the day after. It's a show after the pay-per-view. A lot of people aren't around. Oh, and here comes the double grudge match. They are saving those 2 international title match or qualifiers for the end, it looks like. Because they're both going to get a lot of time, it looks like. Is it just me, or did Hologram just look like that guy that comes into the bar that, you got to show your wristband to get in? Is that Alex? Oh, Harley Graham, okay. I can't notice her with her scrunched up like that. God, Powerhouse Hobbs needs to be a champ someday. Him and Brody King. So this is after a pre-show match. Like, this is literally, so now we could say 3 matches led to Dynamite matches. King as a heel champ would be absolutely. Brody just as a champ, period. I don't care if he's face or heel, but heel would be a lot more fun. So we got Harley Graham on one side and Mortos on the other. I wonder who's winning that fight. I also wonder why Mortos is out right now, because he's got a match coming up. Presumably, I would make it the main event. Just based on the wild card, right? Yeah, enough of the replays, guys. They're beating the hell out of each other. You mind starting the actual feed? Thanks. But once again, everybody, thank you for stopping by here. Back to what I was saying earlier about the little program notes. There is going to be nothing after the stream tonight. Normally we get into 2K24. I did actually plan on going into a couple games that are like a couple wrestling games that I had available here, but with the way the computer antics, I'm just gonna cut it short tonight. Where's Archer? Well, I don't know. I find it interesting that they don't bring Archer out for this. Granted, if you're going to have Mortos out there, you don't want Archer out there because you don't want heels outnumbering the faces. Oh, it's Mortos against the qualifier. That even makes more sense to be Bailey. So they're doing that right after this match, I get. This looks like 2 1-on-1 matches going on. Same. Well, this is just like 2K24, 2K25, where you have to have certain statistics to work up with each other. Except the fact they had two cruisers and two giants. But it does look like a story of two matches. But you also got to remember Brian Cage with his history in AAA, working with guys like this. All right, that sucked. Hit the small of his back against the ring apron there. Press slam Jones, as Taz puts it so eloquently. Cage reversed it into a suit. He was supposed to catch him, but he didn't. Don't think enough AAA. When I see, first thing I think of when I think of Brian Cage against a luchador. So the wild card will be Speedball. We're thinking either him or Alexander, but the more you think about it, the more it makes sense to be Bailey. Because honestly, getting Bailey versus Alexander Bailey versus Omega at the pay-per-view, I would definitely take that. Jay Quick, if you're right, I will give you full kudos for that. But yeah, it looks like Cage was supposed to catch him and hold him for a stalling suplex, and he just said, nope, I ain't doing that, so just flipped him right over. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to be here with little PGA during the day, and then Friday night, we're going to be here with MLB The Show. It's a bonus stream. I'm going to be on just as soon as MLB drops. I'm going to get on Thursday. I'll get the logos. I'll get the early stuff done so we can start hacking at it on Friday night together. Saturday, we're going to do our AEW Collision Sidecast, and then we're going to create some characters. Zodiac came up with a great idea, and Vic, if you're interested as well, for our upcoming My GM with our guest GMs that we're going to have, hopefully, we're looking to actually have the characters in the game. So Zodiac's doing his. Vic, I'm hoping if you had the game, you're able to do yours. I'm going to do mine. PJC's also looking at doing his as well. Looks like there might be 4 of us. I got to look for details and see what you guys would be interested in. King! Won't have the game yet? Yeah. And we're not starting My GM until I want to make sure that we get a decent, everybody with the game. I also need to get my computer back because this computer will do it. You mean us in casual? I'm talking about you are in the draft. You are a wrestler in the draft. I don't know if it's cross-promotional or cross-platform. Waiting to hear from some people about that. We'll make time. Don't worry. But I'm personally getting it on Xbox. I know PJC has it on PC already. He bit the bullet. He actually was playing some My Faction earlier today on stream here, so. But yeah, King Exhume, good to see you here. We are making it, well, we're going to do create a character, create a wrestler. We're not doing my rides. We'll do the community thing here tonight, or that night. We'll make up a couple wrestlers. TNA should have booked that match when Omega was in TNA, and either one of them, meaning Speedball or Alexander. Absolutely. How have I been? Folks, I apologize. Harley's shaking her hips. I need to stop for 1 second. Oh, I thought you meant we were making it for our consoles and not... Oh, no. No, on... Well, bonk. Well, technically the button says boing here. I just don't have the right sound because it's on the other computer. But, no, I'm going to be making them on stream for our draft. We're going to have some fun creating some characters, maybe play around with it a little bit. I've never done create a character on WWE. I'll be first to admit it. Maybe we could throw some AEW wrestlers in there as well for us. You can get pretty involved. Yeah, like, oh, trust me, it won't be with me. I'll be the most generic person in the world. Uh-oh, here goes the beef. Fresno's all about agriculture. Attaboy, Taz. Taz deserves that one. Trelistico's got... King, if you really want to hear my thoughts on the whole show, be perfectly honest, best thing to do is go check out the YouTube channel. I actually did a half-hour review of the entire show. Because I got a lot of thoughts on that match. I believe perfection was one word I used. But I did have a few facts there that shocked a little bit, so. I'm not really big on doing review shows, but I definitely did there. If we create a character in 2K24, can we explore? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. We're going to find out the answers once we get the game, right? Ah, they both were so good. Mariah made one mistake the entire match. She ended up slipping when she went to go do the drop. All right, well, Claudio's not around, so. Budge. Oh, where do I have it? Do I have a crash one here? No. Shane the feud. It'll never really end. It's got a while yet. I love how the fans are literally just 2 seconds and they're done about the you fucked up. No, you didn't. You just moved. And realistically, Hobbs did not sell that. He sold everything else that he did. Oh, that's a pretty nice springboard there. No, I enjoyed a lot of that show. I would say there was probably 3 spots that I could have done without. But yeah, best thing to do, check out the half-hour video. I gave a whole review of everything. Crapped on Jericho, so I think everybody will enjoy that. All right, no, that's done. A Hobbs spine buster? Yeah, no, we're done for the night. Thank you. Goodbye. Luther didn't enjoy, especially getting kicked in the ding-ding. Well, that's where I was saying one of the big botches of the match was when, or the only botch, when she went to walk over there and she ended up falling flat on her ass, but trying to get that drop kick down for Luther. Couldn't get high enough, so Luther ended up getting tripped over. He's like, yeah, that's what happens when you try tag with someone else. I'm glad to see Mark Davis dressed up for the occasion. Granted, that's probably what I would wear out for the most part. Need a spatula for dreesticle.
Congratulations on tonight's win. What's next for the Hurt Syndicate?
I just want to know whose ass we're gonna beat next. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. My boys, the Hurt Syndicate. Nobody works harder. They're not even talking about time off. They want to know when's the next fight. Who do they get to beat next? And that's what I love about the dynamic we have. But because no one works harder than the Hurt Syndicate, nobody should play harder than the Syndicate. As the great C.T. Fletcher once said, somebody's got to be the baddest. And as you guys have already proven by your second consecutive AEW Tag Team Championship title defense, you are the baddest.
You played against Private Party and the Outrunners. You really proved that you're the toughest. No Gold's Gym.
Some beautiful ladies, take a week off. We'll get back to business next week. Don't worry about coming to TV. I got that covered. Go enjoy yourself. Take some time off. Enjoy yourself. We'll take your time off. But that whole no gym thing, it's still out there, brother. See, that's what I'm talking about. The Hurt Syndicate is
I like this.
dominant faction in professional wrestling today. My boys don't want time off. They want to fight more. They want to do what they do better than anyone on the planet. They want to hurt people.
Nice promo. Nice promo setting things up there.
Veteran, but they were the only champions that retained their titles last Sunday at Revolution. Let's take a look at the Hollywood ending.
Oh, wow, here we go. You knew this was going to be a lot of replays tonight, a lot of recaps, a lot of filler, a lot of promos. You knew that had to happen tonight just because there isn't that many people. And I wonder if that match went early, so they have to fill even more. This show should have been. Fallout shows are boom or bust, and boom is usually drama promos. Yeah. And I think they're going to try and set it up with the Mortos Bailey match to try and make this a boom out of it. Whether it is or not, we'll see. I would think in an area that is so fluent with PWG, having whoever the wild card is, and just, yeah, literally being a PWG area would make it a little easier for us to understand if it's going to be somebody who frequently was there. So, chat, I have to ask you now. We are 5 days out, so we can have a little time to breathe. Who does Tony take on next? Who does Mariah take on next? Whoever's a wild card thinks, yeah, I think that spot is for the winner. Unless you get Ricochet. What's Sheeta doing? She's doing a lot of anime. Go check out her her Instagram and her X. And her Blue Sky. I do believe she has Blue Sky as well. She's doing a lot of Twitch streaming. But yeah, a lot of cosplays. And here comes Tony, so we might even get our answer right now. Athena, please. That would be great. I just think she's going the other way. I think she's going to Mercedes.
Round of applause for the AEW Women's World Champion. Absolute caliber, an amazing performer, an amazing champion.
With stitches in my lip, staples in my head,
And a broken heart.
and glass in my
Glass in my ass.
ass, I stand to tell you that this tramp is still the champ.
My God, WWE's going to go crazy when Toni Storm goes back. She's still hobbling from the week. Yeah, well,
At Revolution,
Toni is still one of the best actors, period.
and a chunk of my heart will be gone forever. But when I look at this, it is well worth it. And now it's time.
Think she's AEW for as long as Tony will pay her? Absolutely.
It is my honor to be your AEW Women's World Champion.
I got a good one here, but
Because this is the most talented locker room in all of professional wrestling.
debatable, but
Many different champions.
just not booked well enough.
The other world title is in a bloody briefcase. We have forever champions. We have belt collectors.
Ooh, ooh.
When you fight with me, it's like visiting the zoo. Because I bleed like a pig, I lick like a giraffe, and I will eat you like a lion.
That is a good one. I need to remember that. I need to remember that one. Liquor like a giraffe. Bleed like a pig.
I promise you'll never hear me meow. Because I promise that I am no pussy. Nobody swings like Toni Storm, so ladies, put your keys in the bowl and let's get this gorgeous.
Wow. There is no the crowd's going to love this.
It will be messy and it will be sweaty. But it will always be timeless.
Wow. Some parents right now are like trying to coddle their kids. Folks, it looks like we found our challenger. One shot. She swings, eh? Well, in all honesty, she does swing both ways. That's a different story altogether, but no, since we're in this line of jokes, I might as well just keep going here. Just remember, folks, the reason I don't think Toni Storm will ever end up in WWE is the last image you have ever seen Toni Storm in a WWE arena. If you don't remember, she ended up getting a banana cream pie in her face. That was the end of her appearances in WWE. She will be in AEW. Yep, she was taking a cream pie from Char. Ms. Flair. Yeah, I don't think there's no way in hell Toni Storm goes anywhere else unless she goes back to Stardom. Yeah, Toni versus Megan Bayne. Let's just... If they could put that at Dynasty, I would be all over it. Giggity. I just throw you there for that one. Storm Kincaid... well... Storm and Megan will have a very good match together. Good way to give Bane some credit. Even if she doesn't win. Hell, she could even win. Because let's face it. This is turning into a Greek movie right away. Bane won't win? Let's put it this way. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if Bane did win. She won't, but I don't think it'd be the worst thing in the world if she did. Because, well, she's definitely a credible athlete for it. Yes, we got to deal with a little bit of promo skill, but when you're a beast like that, maybe you get a manager for her. She just needs to put on a good match and show what she could do. Absolutely. And the fact that she'll get a very decent match out of Toni Storm, and the biggest thing with Toni Storm's matches is the fact you get your eyes on her. She could win so Toni could go after Mercedes. I think there's an Athena thing going on there with Mercedes. Now that we got Megan Bane going into this track, this makes a lot more sense for Billy Starks to be going after Mercedes, followed up by Athena after Mercedes wins and beats Minion 4-3-8-1-2 whatever in an eighth, whatever. Down a little too much. Athena comes out for the save. Yeah, boom, and we are on the rise. To me, that just makes way too much sense. As we come back from the commercial break once again.
Violence that could be disturbing to some viewers. Discretion is advised.
All right, we have our surprise coming in. I think it's got to be Bailey. But if it's Alexander, I won't cry about it, Jay Quick. I will say that right now. Everybody's calling it already. Yep. Speedball Mike Bailey, let's go! Oh, this is going to be fun. Putting Mortos in here, if you guys remember, nobody knew of Hologram when he started, and he got Mortos. Yeah. Mortos is a beast in more than one way. He's a beast for getting people put over, too. No wonder Mike wasn't streaming tonight. Normally he streams around 6 Eastern on Wednesdays. I guess he can't do that anymore. Just waiting for the post from Veda Scott coming up. Love seeing ever a Speedball. Has Mortos and Bailey wrestled in TNA? They might have. I wish RK was here. He'd probably have a better answer than I could about this. Well, this crowd knows it.
Dynasty coming up on Sunday, April 6th, live from Philadelphia. As Mike Bailey showed respect to his opponent, but beats Mortos.
And Mortos like, what the hell's going on? That funky monkey Speedball. And Mortos looked at all the kicks and he's like, nope. We ain't playing that game.
Quebec, Canada. He's competed, actually mentioned extensively in the United States, Canada, Japan as well.
Speedball, one of the worst ones to have wasted talent for so long, thanks to stupid laws. If I do remember, he was one of those that got caught with that 5-year ban for not being able to, for not working without a visa in the States. So, him and Nicole Matthews both ended up with one of those, and it's just dumb. Morto's actually getting a lot here, and I like this. Just seeing all the big notes that are coming down right now. I got my X feed flying through my phone here, so unfortunately Blue Sky doesn't have auto notifications yet, so. But no, just think about it. The fact that we could get Speedball versus Omega now. Like, the best main events involve people from Canada. Yeah, the winners of these 4 matches meet in a fatal 4-way next week. The winner of that gets Omega on the 6th. But yeah, the potential here, like Shibata Omega, Speedball Omega. Do I think Mortos would do it? No. I'm just trying to piece the rest of the card together now. Like, OC versus Omega, we could do that again. The funny part was that was a 3-way match, Jay Quick. That wasn't a 2-way. Because if you remember, that was Pac involved in that 3-way Double or Nothing 2022? 2021 or 2022? I would love to see the match too, but also the fact, look at it, like on Saturday, I could pretty safely say that we're probably going to get Ricochet over Shibata, and we're going to get Mark Briscoe over Mark Davis. So 1 face, 1 heel. If you're playing the traditional roles, you're going to have Speedball win here. Do you get Hechicero winning over Orange? Or do they go just 3 faces, 1 heel? It has been done before with Omega. Or with Tony Khan's booking. They have sometimes gone with the 3 faces, 1 heel. It hasn't turned out well. Like if you remember that Double or Nothing 4-way tag. I think that was the original, or it was the trios match when when Malachi and those guys won the titles, I do believe. It was supposed to be Big Bill and Rick and oh no, it was a tag match. Never mind, because that was supposed to be it was the Outrunners versus Big Bill and Chili Ricky. And it ended up being the Outrunners winning that, and everybody thought it should. No, it was the Acclaimed. My bad. Brain's getting there, folks. Brain's getting there. We're just got a lot of matches to sort through, and I'm happy for that, for the fact that we have that many to go through. As they're lining up, just got so many good things lined up here. But either way, with it, whatever combination they end up setting up here, I think you'll probably get a good match out of any one of these in a 4-way. Because realistically, we got 16 different combinations we can do in this point? So, chat, let me know what, in terms of a speedball match, what speedball match in AEW you're most looking forward to based on the roster that you know of right now?
It could be disturbing to some viewers. Discretion is advised.
Because I know that they already did it in TNA, but I want to see another Ospreay speedball match here in front of an AEW crowd. As Ospreay is the king of the Y button. Speedball's got a different style compared to a lot of people here. He's very, he's very methodic, right? Speedball versus Kingston. Let's go. I just want to see Eddie come back, period. Because I think Eddie's one of these guys that, right after Mox loses the title, I think Kingston's the guy that's going to be feuding with Mox. Under the category of, what the hell have you been doing for the last 9 months? Maybe he'll bring the gas can back now that MJF tried to light somebody on fire. He was teasing earlier this week. Yeah, like, I saw that, and I know a lot of people are taking it a wrong way, and just, people need to remember with Eddie Kingston, a lot of the stuff he does just reminds me of Old Man Yells at Cloud. That's a very unusual Liger bomb. TLDR, all right, so out of Montreal, Quebec. Recently just finished off his status with TNA Wrestling. Considered one of the best storytellers in the ring that hasn't been able to get on major TV. Once again, he's another, like I said, I believe he was a victim of the very successful run, absolutely. He ended up doing 5 years stuck in Canada, so he didn't get a chance to get out. His finisher is a double knee stomp off a flip off the top rope. I forget what it's called right now off the top of my head, of course. The best time to remember, I can't. There you go, Ultimate Weapon. Thank you, Jay Quick. Where's Dynamite tonight? Fresno. They're in Fresno, California tonight. They are in Las Vegas on Saturday. So they managed to get in there 6 weeks before WWE does. Thank goodness they moved Double or Nothing over to Phoenix. But yeah, they're over. Ultima versus One Wing Angel. Hey. By the way, that is a match they ran quite often, before the guy retired. Bailey over in Cali, yeah.
You left
The hell?
your house and walked into mine.
Walker, 2.5 in the books. Let's keep it rolling. Dynamite is going great. We just had the Speedball Mike Bailey debut. He's in a match with the Beast Mortos. Winner gets a chance at a 4-way match. I love how Tony tried to call that the finisher, and Excalibur, no, we're not there yet. He didn't even use Ultimate Weapon. Just a crescent kick, and thank you very much. Good night. No, we were talking about this earlier. We're not going to see a whole lot tonight in terms of action, but the debut of Mike Bailey just gets emphasized that much more because of that. Decent Met Speedball when I was hanging with Fanboy and Tech. Absolute gem of a human. Absolutely. And I've watched him break down matches on his Twitch stream. He regularly will take matches that wrestlers will... Uh-oh.
Sunday at Revolution, you signed and executed your contract for a championship match. You did this during the main event, turning the world title match into a...
Probably get 20 minutes of MJF promo.
That was the time to do that.
Still got 3 matches left.
You're related to John Moxley. And I refuse to speak to anybody that's related to John Moxley. So this could very well be the most boring interview in history.
If you could just elaborate on...
You could just take a hint. I realize you're blonde and not very smart, that I do not want you here. Get the hell out of my sight. I want to make it perfectly clear. I am still the reigning, defending, undisputed next AEW World Champion, and I demand my
Have I met Mike? No.
to me.
I don't get out.
The incompetence of that referee is unbelievable. When I handed that contract to him and I signed it, I specifically said it was for a one-on-one championship match against Cole. He turned it into a three-way match without me knowing. So I was not expecting John to
Christian fucked up, in other words.
choke hold. But be that as it may, I did not tap out. I damn sure did not pass out. I was simply relegating my breathing, getting ready to turn the hold around. That's what I was doing. I should be standing here right now just making excuses.
Wow. Here we go, Nick Wayne.
Making excuses. You're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to these people. You lied to us. Do you not remember the original plan? Maybe if you stuck with the plan, AEW World Champion right now.
Wow.
So not only do you owe all of us an explanation, I think you owe us an apology.
Wow. Wow.
All right? I'm sorry it's come to this, Nick. Hey! What? You got something to say?
Ooh.
But just know that when you do, you'll be back working the midnight shift at Waffle House. Who are you to question me and my tactics and what I decide to do?
This is getting good.
Ask your question. How many world titles have you ever won? Let me ask you another question, Nick. How many world titles did your biological father ever win?
He was a freaking referee.
You're lucky stars that I found you. And you could have ended up like a loser, like your father. A coward that died in front of your mother's face. Something that would never happen to me. I'm not a coward. Question me. I'm good nothing. Is that what it is?
All right.
I am going to be the AEW World Champion if it's the last thing I do on this earth. So I suggest you shut your mouth and keep riding my coattails.
Christian interferes next week and Nick Wayne stops him.
Will be the last time.
Christian, you disrespected an... I got a feeling this is going to be over quick.
Crybaby Christian Cage. It's not a dream denied, but just a dream delayed in terms of the AEW World Championship.
So for the record, he said he wanted to make it a one-on-one match with Cope for the title. Cope's not the champion, so you can't do that.
Jacob Friedman, MJF.
Ah, we're getting a
10 minutes we've been trying to get a word in with him after his devastating loss to Hangman Adam Page. Earlier we heard a lot of commotion and yelling, so let's just try to get a word with him.
Well, 13 years bad luck.
Obviously, MJF very emotional.
Oh, we are getting a promo. I didn't think we get a promo after that. Let's go, Nick Wayne. Jersey stand up. Abso-freaking-lutely. I really hope Nick Wayne just gets out of this. We were talking about this, I believe on Wednesday, or on Sunday we were talking about it. That slime ball Christian I love to hate. That's the slime ball? Yeah, like, everything that he's doing here is just working so well. Crybaby, frustrated, all this great stuff. Look at MJF's face. Did he put too much tanner on, or is he just that beat up? I don't think we're going to get 20 minutes out of this. We still got, what, 3 more matches to go yet?
I have a splitting headache. My hand hurts. My body hurts. But what hurts the most is the fact
What hurts the most?
all you stupid schmucks watching at home know it. All you dumb, ignorant losers in this podunk town knows it. I had that match won on Sunday.
Then why didn't you win the match? I'd say both. Too much tanner and he's beat up. I will give you that.
But your cowardly cowboy decided to cheap shot me just like he did back in 2019 and get a fluke victory. Congrats, Hangman. But I'll tell you this.
I don't think any of us remembered it that way. All right, here we go. Cowboy stuff.
They can chant your name all they want, cowboy, because I'm not upset anymore, and I'll tell you why. I've thought long and hard about it. And the fact of the matter is, Hangman, I am 10 times smarter than you and all your stupid, ignorant fans ever will be. I think 10 steps ahead of each and every single one of you.
See, this is where Sean Spears would come in with the whole 10 chant, right? Maybe it's just me? No?
Cowboy. This thing between me and you, it ain't over, boy. Not by a long shot.
Oh, good. We're going to get those two at Dynasty. What? MVP's coming out? Wait. Hold on here. This is like the most... This is the strangest meetup. Why would... Why would they use MJF? Like, what? Do they want a match? Do they want... They want to earn their services? Do they want to... That's what I'm thinking, Zodiac, maybe. If they... Because this is top of the hour stuff, so this is when you want to put your best foot forward. And an MJF promo isn't that. Attaboy. Attaboy. Way to keep up with the promo. They want to hurt people, maybe start with MJF.
How the hell you been, man? What are you doing out here, dude? Hey, listen, obviously, I've been doing magnificently well, but I came out here to talk to you. I got a few things I want to tell you. No, I'm proud of them. Yeah. Look, look. You're not the same bright-eyed, bushy-tailed 18-year-old kid I met, was it 8 years ago now? Yeah. They don't know about that, right? Can I tell you guys about my history?
Oh, here we go. Story time with MVP.
Glad you want to hear it, 'cause I'm gonna tell you anyway.
Just 18.
volunteered to drive me to a documentary film about HR for Bad Brains. I was in Philly. It was in Asbury Park. It was the whole thing. But he, MJF, volunteered to drive me for the low, low price of being able to sit next to me and ask questions about the professional wrestling business.
Ah. MGF joins the Hurt Syndicate. Very well could be.
Asking questions. It was the questions that he asked. His intelligence early on showed me that this was the kid to be reckoned with, and that I would see him around. And then not long after that, what was it? It was an indie company in South Florida where we got to meet again. And on such a small stage, I saw that you had, what do you guys say nowadays? Huge aura.
No, it's it.
You were going to be a star. That's why I was so eager to work with you. That's why I was so happy to share my knowledge with you, because you had a certain intuition and temerity that you can't teach. But what I love about it is you told me
Is the crowd yelling bullshit?
you would be a heavyweight main event world champion.
And he did that.
You, my friend, did everything you said you were going to do, and it's for that reason that I'm proud of you.
But what the hell have you turned into now?
What I am not proud of, and what I know you can't possibly be proud of, is what happened to you on Sunday. What are you doing, man? Why are you out here talking to these people about what happened? Some would say whining to these people.
Yeah.
What happened to you on Sunday? Max, how come you're not angry? How come you're not kicking people? How come you're not smashing things, punching people in the face? Max, how come you're not hurting people?
Uh-oh. Watch out.
See, I know the answer to that question. The answer is that you have lost your edge.
Well, Cope's in the back.
Boys in the back, look how they treat you. Look how they talk. They don't respect you anymore, man. And even worse, they don't fear you. But you know who they do fear? They fear the Hurt Syndicate.
Uh-oh.
That, my friend, is what you were missing. See, I was able to help you once a long time ago, and perhaps, just perhaps, I might be able to help you again. You see, when I first showed up here, when I was handing out this card, it was more a matter of me trying to introduce myself to people.
Uh-huh.
But that's changed, because now everybody understands that where MVP and the Hurt Syndicate go, championships go as well. This card is not just a business card, it's a golden ticket. It's an opportunity to change your career. So maybe young Jack,
Would you want to see MJF be the underling to somebody?
Jacob Friedman, it's time for you and I to talk some business.
They're both wearing purple. That's a good point.
With all due respect, as you know, it is a very short list of people that I do respect in this sport, and you're one of them.
Is MJF the new Cedric? I don't think so.
I'm not the same bright-eyed, bushy-tailed kid I was all those years ago. With all due respect, I don't need your help, and I damn sure don't need your advice.
Whoa.
I'm MJF, and whether these morons want to hear it or not, I was the world champion for 406 consecutive days.
406. Yeah, that's true.
Focus on the word was.
MVP knows how to play the game. I don't know. MJF just doesn't look like he belongs unless, you know, something about, you know, there's just something about the color around here just doesn't work too well for me. It'd be interesting to see how he ends up in that spot if he does go there. And for the record, it was only a 15-minute promo, not a 20. All right, chat, do you want to see MJF join the Hurt Syndicate? Do you want to see him around with Benjamin and Lashley? I will say this, if they do end up doing this, the vignettes could be absolutely amazing. Look what they did with Adam Cole and MJF for almost a year without getting him in the ring. They totally could turn things around for MJF here a little bit, but... And this also could be the long play to get MJF... He doesn't have a matching personality? Yeah. And that's the part that intrigues me a little bit here. Maybe they're just trying to use him to get to the world title shot? Because somehow MJF's got to get back up to that world title picture some way. Like, I do feel that Swerve's probably going to win at Dynasty. It only makes sense at this point. You're losing your crowd over your heavyweight title. When the last time he was in faction didn't turn out well, yeah, that's true. That was more of a tag team than a faction, but the thing for me when it comes to this, and this is where Tony Khan needs to be very, very careful right now. When you're getting a better reaction from a title scene that is getting 10 minutes a night, not only just 10 minutes a night, but not the main event spot, and you're getting 30 minutes a night and your main event spot for your heavyweight title, when you're getting more exposure from your women's title than your men's title, and you're not course correcting anything, that is a thing of disaster. I'm not gonna crap on the fact that right now he put the wrong match at the end. I already gave my thoughts about why I thought it was going to happen. We all can admit it was wrong. Tony's not going to come out and say point blank, he put the wrong match at the end. He's not going to do it. Don't even ask him to do it, because he might even admit it. And you haven't seen the world title since November. He won the title in November off of Danielson, so. September was Danielson versus Nigel. Oh, you're talking about the Inner Circle Pinnacle thing. Okay, yeah, it still didn't turn out half bad for him. Turned out horrible for everybody else.
Which end scenes of violence that could be disturbing to some viewers. Discretion is advised.
Oh, goody! We get to see Max Caster lose in 5 minutes.
You are looking live at the best wrestler alive.
Even Rick Knox is like, what the hell?
And thanks to all the Maximaniacs, Lightning Max has the most popular shirt on Shop AEW.
I guarantee you that is on page 2 because I went through that website earlier this week.
Will be the top star of the Acclaim.
I want that Kenny Omega shirt, the one in the background there, with the Street Fighter 2 graphic. They're lettering Kenny Omega, and it says continue on the bottom. I want that.
We tried it last week, Fresno. Let's give it a shot. Let's go, Max. You're the best wrestler alive. Let's go, Max. You're the best wrestler alive.
It's so fluid coming up with that.
So obviously the people in Fresno are stupid. And whoever answers my open challenge, they're stupid as well.
Watch this be Alexander just to... Well, somebody's pissed. Yep. This is going to be fun. I love this crowd. You effed up. You effed up. You effed up. Oh my God, this is like bad comedy. It's funny. We got an ad break coming up in a minute here, and this match is probably going to be shorter than the ad break.
Maybe I can main event the Tokyo Dome. Maybe I can get that recording contract. Stop.
No callus, yeah, just...
Or maybe, Takeshita, I can do the thing that you weren't able to do and beat Kenny Omega.
Oh God, you're dead. Oh. Oh. Wake up, sucker! Are you kidding me? So, for those that are not subs, here's the funny part. I told you guys we're having a ad break in a minute. The ad break just started. So they didn't even make it to the ad break on top of it. I love that Takeshi just comes in, wrecks shop, leaves. Can anybody get a spatula? Clean up aisle 6? Hey, Walker, yeah, like just... Now we get to see this dumbass Jericho promo. And Max, you wouldn't beat him, mate? Blue Thunder Bomb one? Yeah, well... No, that was a Falcon Arrow. By the way, if you want to hear me swear about a match for about a good 5 minutes... speaking of this... Go check out the YouTube channel. And check out my review of the Revolution pay-per-view. The day after review. It's one of the new things I want to start here. Hey, man. Hey, guys. Drink from the... Yeah.
That's exactly what has been introduced into our situation. Gravity. The temperature of the room has changed, hasn't it? I know you can feel it, man.
After today, I needed a beer, okay? So, you're not going to see it too often, but this week you have.
I embarrassed your brother and stole his mask. I scared your precious sister. I made your mother cry in front of you, Bandito.
So that 20-minute promo you were going to get out of MJF, you're actually getting it out of Jericho.
I again knowing the disappointment she has in you. It's a shame, isn't it? Maybe you brought this upon yourself, I don't know. Or maybe you're just the unlucky son of a bitch who was standing in the way of Chris Jericho when I decided to stop letting people take advantage of me and stop letting people get
Guys, 20 whole minutes.
me.
Hey, guys, 20 whole minutes.
Easy forever, Bandito. It's not a good thing. I know you know that. The gravity.
Okada cut his mic. We could hope. Hey, Chris, go to ROH's ROH. Yeah. So, frankly, what they're probably setting up for is a mask versus title match between Bandito and Jericho. And that's where you're going to get your title change eventually. It's great to see Willow back on the screen and not being attacked by Marina Shafir. Yet. Moxie, you come choke out Jericho. We can hope. We can hope. So I wonder what's going to happen now. Like, we got Penelope Ford coming out here, right? We still had this whole Thunder Rosa, Chris Statlander, Megan Bain, Penelope Ford, this whole menagerie of issues. Are we just dropping that for Megan Bain right now? So are we getting the stat save here tonight? There might be a stat save tonight. Have any of you guys gotten the opportunity to check out the Queen of the Ring movie? I was thinking about doing it today, but I had to go take the computer in, and by the time I got that done, and had to get everything switched over to laptop scenario again. Every night is a good night for a stat save. A little bit of magic for that. I love that running crossbody like that.
Able to kick out. Got to try to get the advantage now. I should say, as Willow has the advantage, got to
Like,
get the advantage.
it's funny because after I signed off on the show and I sent you guys over to Sean Ross Sapp for the review of the Revolution show after we were done. SRS was talking about how they wanted Jericho and Bandito to have that mask versus title match coming up, and thinking it was probably a good idea to set up for Texas. Like, right now we're at the point where so many things in AEW are getting wasted. Oh, God. Penelope trying that matrix and just got reversed to hell. That right knee didn't go in a good spot. That was definitely not a good spot. Sort of the same place that wine bottle went last night. It just, I can imagine it doesn't feel very good. But yeah, just, also we're still going to hear from Ospreay, and then we're going to hear from, then we'll have that main event match here between Orange Cassidy and Hechicero. It's a very interesting main event choice for tonight. I didn't think Hechicero would be really an attention getter for a main event. Looks like I just found the person we're going to raid tonight. Just popped up on my notifications here. We'll talk about that when we're done here, but yeah, just in many ways I feel like I try to consider AEW talent sort of like produce. There's only a certain shelf life for everything, and a lot of it's getting wasted and rotted in the back. Well, let's face it, the women's division needs more opportunity. Well, I see Jordan Grace is roasting Brad Shepard again, which is always a positive. Shout out to Jordan Grace for doing so. If you guys don't know who Brad Shepard is, he's the owner of Ringside News. Basically puts out every single thing you can to every single headline that possibly could happen, and then when he gets one right, he credits himself for being first. And everybody has decided to have enough of his bullshit. Hey, PJC. He describes it oh so eloquently here. He's just an idiot. Straight up. But how's Dynamite tonight? Dynamite is great. We got I think the biggest moments we've had so far tonight. I would have to say MVP offered a spot in the Hurt Syndicate to MJF just before he got here. We got Powerhouse Hobbs and Hologram getting a tag team victory over Brian Cage and Dralistico. Had a lot of vignettes tonight. Definitely had a lot running through. Kenny Omega came out. Kenny Omega started the show with a promo, talk about, how he wants to send this to the next atmosphere. Oh, and Speedball Bailey debuted tonight. Again, he was the wild card. Two very random tag teams. The theme of the team was double redemption, because both those guys got beaten up by the Murder Machines and Dralistico, well, essentially from Mortos. So. Oh yeah, and we had the Beast Mortos against Speedball Bailey in the International Tournament quarterfinal. Of course, Speedball won his debut. Advanced to the Fatal 4-Way final next week. Right now, we got Willow Nightingale versus Penelope Ford. And our main event tonight will be... Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Jay Quick. Thank you for reminding me. Tony Storm came out to a very erotic promo. Basically invited us all to a swingers party. And Megan Bain laid her out right after that. And our main event tonight is Hechicero taking on Orange Cassidy in another International Tournament quarterfinals. So... It is a gory special. It's not like a gory special. It is a gory special. Oh, my God. Oh, and that's right. We get Mox and Cope in a rematch next week. Because, lol. We had Nick Wayne tell off Christian Cage for making excuses. Christian told him off for telling him off. It's been very eventful without having a lot of moments. I think that's the best way to explain tonight. As we are... Oh, yeah, well, yeah, the Ops came in, destroyed 3 guys. Samoa Joe looked at Omega like he was looking at a pork chop. Because they ended up crossing paths coming in. Oklahoma Stampede right there. That was ugly. So yeah, we still got one more match to go here. By the way, folks, if you haven't checked it out already, go check out PJC Plays Games. I should give him a shout out right now just because he's in here. It's a lot easier for me to do it. And Will takes out Penelope. I don't know whether this is going to be storyline or not at this point. But yeah, check out PJC. In his videos, he actually has his first playthrough of WWE 2K25 My Faction. By the way, I published it after you left there, PJC, if you were wondering. I changed the game over to right title and send it out. So, and we're going to have some of that playthrough go. All right. The hell was that? Did Thunder Rosa teach you how to throw a chair? That sucked. Stat really went at it there, but and Megan Bain. Well, I guess Megan Bain is the most popular woman in wrestling tonight. First, Tony. That answers our question. She ain't leaving anywhere on this feud. Bow down to your queen. Bow down to the queen. But yeah, the replays of PJC stuff will be going up soon. I've already got the video downloaded. I got to work on editing tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be such a freaking busy day for me. Between stream prep, stream edit, streaming. We'll get to that in just a sec here, though, because we're getting close to the main event time. Did you just change your name to Four Belts Monet or what? Bane just attacking everyone. Why not? Just let her go. Billy's here.
Now, ladies, thank you for agreeing to no physicality during this interview. But Billy, we saw you during Revolution. You were watching.
Hey, babe, go get the other champ.
What's something that you learned? Not to get kicked in the throat. sorry, my bad. Sorry, just trying to lighten the mood. But on a serious note, you've accomplished a lot being here.
And there goes her dress.
But I've accomplished a lot here too. I was the first inaugural ROH TV champion at 19. And me and you aren't that quite different. We started very young. Wrestling is our everything. This is our lives. And you're the one that says money changes everything, right? Well, I've been looking for a change. Next week, I'm looking to change into a champion.
We're getting this next week.
You know what, Billy? You are way out of your league. But I appreciate that you are stood up and going the next week, kiddo. I am going to prove to you that there is a price to pay when you mess with Mercedes. Oh, my name.
All right. All right, I'm looking forward to this. Billy Starks and Mercedes next week. Next week, we're getting that. That's going to be a fun match. Pass on the Athena stuff. I'm not worried about that at this moment. Billy Starks has done absolutely everything she can in ROH. And she's going to get the fact that she's going to get to move up. And Will Ospreay in a red jersey. I can live with that. Oh, it's a Germany jersey. Red and yellow. I want to see Ospreay show up in a body cast. Just for the hell of it. Did you guys get a chance to see Ospreay's promo after the show on Sunday?
Hi, people, how's it going? Mate, honestly,
It is great.
I've got about 4 stitches here. This bit here of it is glued together. I've no idea how I got this. I think I got stats. But other than that, I made it out alive, people. Well, you know, after the cage match that we saw on Saturday at Revolution, it's amazing that you are still standing. From what we saw from up top on the cage, for crying out loud. Mate, honestly, I was scared for my life. And the scariest bit for me is that Carl Fletcher, at that age, I'm struggling to keep up with him. He was taking every bit of it out of me. And I want to thank everyone in the arena, everyone at home for the support that carried me through. Listen, one day, Carl Fletcher will be a world champion.
Uh-huh.
I hope that the next time we meet, I can still stand here and say that I am the better man. But I won't lie to you guys, I'm in a bit of trouble. I'm in a bit of trouble with my wife. Honestly, right? Which is fair enough. I lied to her. I know. I can feel you judging me. But listen, I had to lie. Come with me. Look, it's Saturday. It's the day before the cage match. She gets on the phone. She's like, mate, I'm nervous. I'm scared.
This is hilarious.
Please don't do anything stupid off the cage. I said, babe, I'm not doing anything stupid off the cage. I'm in my 30s now. I've got back problems. I'm not going up there. You're having a laugh. I didn't realise we're on Amazon Prime. And, well, I realised it was bad when I was standing up there, looking down at everyone, and I saw camera phone, and there was this guy in a green shirt like this. Don't die. I looked at my phone. 15 missed calls from the missus.
This is great.
We're in trouble. So I call her back. Boom, like pulling a pin out of an hand grenade, hoping for the best. She's being real nice to me. She's going, oh babe, thank God you're alright. Well done, I love you so much. Well done. But babe, thank you, I'm emotionally spent. I can't tell you what's going on. She went, you climbed off the flipping cage. I said, look, thankfully guys, I'm a charming man. I was able to charm my way out of this. I said, babe, I'm back on Friday. I'll cook you a nice dinner and I'll give you a damn good scene too. Don't worry about it. Alright. I understand all of that. What is next?
This is great. The
Well, that's a very good point. What is next? Well, I said
green shirt guy shout out. Yeah.
I said, I want to be the guy. And to be the guy, there should be something around my waist, right? But there's an issue. Next week, Cope's got his world title match. Then at Dynasty, Swerve's got his world title match. So it leaves me to ask, when do I call my shot? It makes me wonder, when does it matter most?
Well, he's calling a shot right there. This is go. Now it's kicked in for the crowd. So are we getting Swerve versus Ospreay at All In?
I know I've set myself an objective. I have set myself a mission because I want to be in the main event Saturday, 12th of July at Arlington, Texas, Globe Life Field. And I know one way I can get there by entering the Owen Hart tournament.
They're doing the Owen Hart tournament early.
I plan on going for every single person that stands in my way. So if it is you, Cope, I can't wait for the first time ever that I meet you one-on-one. It will be my pleasure. If it is Swerve, my boy, I cannot wait for that rematch. But if it's Moxley, the one true king, well, my king, and warning in advance, an assassin is coming for the throne.
Wow. This is awesome.
Want to be the world champion because they trust me with AEW. I
folks, do you think Ospreay can be the guy? Do you think Ospreay? I don't know if I can find a better guy that could represent AEW right now. There is Hangman, of course, but he's got a different character for it. And I think we're going to get Swerve Ospreay. We do have, 4 months to go? Ospreay could dethrone Mox. I think Swerve gets it. Eddie Kingston.
You really are on another level. It is great to see you. It's great to hear from you, Will. Who knows? Maybe one day, sometime soon, me and you can see each other in the ring again. Maybe. But for now, I want to congratulate you on Revolution. And here you are, just a couple of nights later, after going to war in that cage, and you were begging for more. Calling your shot, saying you will be the AEW World Champion at All In, huh, Will? Look, Will, if you want that to happen, they're just going to have to keep protecting you and keeping you from me like they've always done. I'm sorry, Renee, did you have a question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you brought up Revolution. Let's talk you, Adam Copeland, the briefcase. What happened?
Are you asking or accusing?
I'm
Look,
asking.
I get it. After what happened at Revolution, everybody wants to know. Did I hit Coke with the briefcase on purpose? Renee, do you think I did it on purpose? You know what? Let's throw it to the Fresno faithful. Fresno, do you think I did it on purpose?
So Eddie Kingston, I don't think has the personal attaché to do it.
No, I said I would have that man's back.
Right now, I think he can be it's just like Moxley. Kingston and Moxley are two peas in a pod when it comes to being the head of the company. They could be the top wrestlers. They could create top storylines, but they're just not bringing in the people. Kingston will bring in your hearts, but hearts just isn't good enough. Ospreay will have the ability to bring in your hearts, your minds, everything.
Well, thank you, Renee.
Thank you, Jay. Stick with us, guys. Plenty more to come here on Dynamite as we head
Thinking if Omega didn't have a title, he'd be the one. I'd agree with you on that too.
Zero versus Orange Cassidy.
I think Omega would have been the guy. I thought Omega was going to be the guy until he debuted and he was going a different way. Nick Wayne as a face should join the Owen. I think you're too top heavy right now. It would be a good choice, but because the heavyweight title shot at All In's on the line, you're probably gonna leave that at this point. So, but as we are getting into our main event here, which will be coming up momentarily, I want to give you guys a rundown of what's coming up at the next week. Just want to let you know that everything will be pending on me getting my computer back. But tomorrow I will be on probably around 1 p.m. Eastern, maybe a little earlier. Let's get some golf in with PGA 2K25. We haven't got that in a while, so let's get a couple rounds in. Friday night, I'm probably looking at 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain. MLB The Show, if everything goes well, we will be up with MLB The Show 25 and see how things go there. Trying out the new game, the new ambush hitting, a little bit of Diamond Dynasty to see what we could click into. And you guys get a chance to see the Players logo or the new jerseys, because the new jerseys I had for Season 3 I never put on stream. So we'll remake those up and we'll get those out for you so you can see them all. And then Saturday we will be here with AEW Collision, followed by our first little look at WWE 2K25. I think we'll start with a create a character for Universe mode. And maybe we'll filter off into something other as we go along there. We'll see how things feel, see how things go, play it by ear. Sunday, MLB The Show. Monday, let's just say Monday, I want to try to get a stream in just because Raw is not at its regular time on Monday. If you guys didn't know, Raw and SmackDown are in Europe for the next, well, till the end of the month. So Raw and SmackDown are both, I believe, at 3 p.m. Eastern, broadcast on Netflix, or on SmackDowns are still the same time in the USA. On Netflix internationally and Raw altogether, they're at 3 o'clock Eastern. So yeah, those are midday. Unfortunately, those in the States, you're going to get spoiled all to hell. So I'm going to try and replace some of those streams that are, some of those broadcasts that aren't up with a few streams as we go. Then, of course, Wednesday we'll be here with AEW Dynamite once again. The place where I took my computer has a 5-day window of a guaranteed replacement or repair. So if I get it back by next Wednesday and have everything all set up, we might dig a little deeper into 2K. But once again, I need to arrange it with the 3 people that, see if all 3 people want to do it together and see how we want to do it for a schedule and whatever. And set up the rules for the new My GM coming up in season 3 here.
Look, at the Revolution, I took it to okay. You finished breaking your neck? No, I don't think so. I think I have something that's gonna hurt you worse. Max, I've been thinking about last week. You tried to light me on fire. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Think about that. I don't believe you. When you do something like that, you have to mean it. Really. And you know what else I don't believe you about? Someday you let the mask slip, didn't you? It was right. Here, I want these people to think about it.
Uh-huh.
You thought I was bluffing by lighting you on fire, hanging out? Honestly, good. First of all, I'm gonna take a little step back because you smell like rotten ass. And second of all, what I'm gonna do is actually, I'm to make sure to call your bluff a little bit here. Hey, Hanger, I don't think you realize what happens next now in your story. See, right now you feel all high and mighty. You're on your high horse. You beat MJF. Congratulations. Someone who is a far superior professional wrestler than you. Full victory for 1-1. Good stuff. But here's what happens next. Now I go on to become a multiple-time world champion.
Okay.
To become a first ballot Hall of Famer, I go on to go down as one of the greatest of all time. You know what you're going to do, Hanger? Gosh, you're going to do what you do best, bud. You're going to scratch and claw your way all the way up to the top of the mountain, and just as you're about to reach the pinnacle,
Speedball graphics up if you're looking on socials, folks. If you need to download it at all.
you know what's funny? When your mask slips off, you know what I notice? I notice that your biggest insecurity is the fact that you don't think you deserve their love. And guess what, Hanger? One day, these people are gonna get sick and tired of waiting for you to win the big one. Because you never will. You're never gonna make them proud. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to win that world title over and over and over again.
Okay, Ric Flair.
You the entire way up that mountain. We'll see, won't we?
Nice little stare down here. I wonder if we're going to get a third match at Dynasty or not. Or do they carry that on for later? But yeah, the most important part I didn't get to during the commercial break there. Just once again, everybody, thank you for stopping by here. Even at 75% efficiency with my computer setup, you guys are still here and we're still having a lot of fun here tonight. And I thank you each and every time for being here. It's always appreciated. If you like what you see, make sure you follow if you haven't followed already so you can catch any time we're on. And if you really like what you see, consider subbing. Everything you do will help with the setup because, well, I've actually made some improvements. I was going to make a video about it, but I picked up a new monitor on the weekend here too. Makes things a lot easier for me, but fortunately I can't use it because I don't have ports. Well, I pulled JR out for this one. I guess having Hechicero here tonight would actually make a lot of sense since they are in Fresno. Because there is a lot of that Lucha Libre influence in that part of the world. I dig the music. Always love the fans trying to get themselves over during these promos. The Alchemist of the Ring. I love the gimmick. Speedball wasn't even really at 75% compared to what he normally is. I wonder how long they're going to go over time tonight because they got 3 minutes to 8. Don't need a 4-man. For one match, I can live with it. Jesus. I love these chops. So yeah, we're getting Mark Davis and Briscoe on Saturday, as well as Shibata and Ricochet, which if you're not here for the Sidecast on Saturday, shame on you, because that is going to be a hell of a match to watch. What is Orange doing? Had to wait. I gotta get the other. Gotta get the other hand in the pocket. Nice flying head scissors. Okay, that sucked. What the? Really? But I think Saturday we got a 2 out of 3 falls with Undisputed King. That's right. Because they don't have that. Because they're trying to get rid of that argument of who's the better team. Because Dax was still bitter. So yeah, they're definitely going overtime tonight. It's surprising. Granted, all the promo time we had tonight, you knew you were gonna get. It was gonna be pretty promo heavy, but. And I think it sort of had to be just because there was legit enough injuries there that, a lot of people couldn't work well. But I do love the comedy that was involved tonight. Tony Storm, Will Ospreay, just bringing up. We're getting them. We got to deal with it. The one thing I will say, Jay, quick, if we do have to deal with them, I'm glad it's in a pre-stage vignette. That means it only goes for a minute. I just don't feel that, the Jericho thing. The thing I've learned quite well, and that's why I don't really talk about him at this point right now. If you're watching Jericho now and you're trying to talk about him after and all around, the more you talk about him, the more that he gets attention, the more that he's going to get used. The one thing I've learned when it comes to media and everything that goes when it comes to wrestling, you don't give somebody any attention, good or bad, the more likely they're not going to get used. One thing I've seen a lot of local promotions do, or a lot of people from local promotions, when it comes to a certain wrestler that they don't want to see on the card, i.e. Teddy Hart, half the crowd will literally leave during his match and go for a smoke break. And yes, Teddy Hart still wrestles up here in Alberta. And yes, it's about as shit as you'd think it would be. But yeah, you'll see crowds just literally walk out during the match. Or just before the match starts. And then come back when it's over. These venues aren't big enough that you can't hear the bell ring. So in your opinion, when do you think we see Darby back? Watch for a wild card in the Owen tournament. Watch for a wild card in the Owen tournament. That's going to be after Double or Nothing. I got a feeling they're not going to do the Owen Hart tournament now between Dynasty and Double or Nothing, unless they're planning on doing the main events of the Owen tournament at Double or Nothing. Because if you think about it, they got 6 weeks between... Oh, here we go. Oh, never mind, the Eliminator match. I thought it was a tag match next week for a second there. Hitchesero could aggressively move here. I think he'll be a wild card in the Owen tournament. Did Cassidy just break his leg on live TV? Or are they trying to play that up? But you know what? It's how long do you have to recover from climbing Mount Everest? That isn't a question you want to ask yourself too often here, right? Hammerlock backbreaker. Damn. That was stiff. That kick sucked about as bad as Penelope Ford's chair shot tonight. What is it with these women in the chair shots? With all due respect, between Thunder Rosa and Penelope Ford, the last 2 times we've seen women swing chairs on Dynamite or Collision, they look like absolute garbage. Oh, tried to kip up and nope, ain't gonna happen. He's still getting his orange punch off. Oh no! Could Orange Cassidy tap up? Could you have Cesaro get into this match? That would actually be a lot of fun. Let's see who can learn how to use a chair match. Rosa and Penelope. I think Thunder Rosa was just... I think it was bad producing for Thunder Rosa. It was just bad execution by Penelope. I like how he's like, he should have tapped out. He tapped out. Tried to go over that Slumdog Millionaire again. Blocked. Oh, there it is. There's the rematch. Not going to be 2 out of 3 falls, though, it looks like. That's why it was so awkward. They couldn't get it off because it looked weird. I think he might legitimately have been hurt there for a little bit. They're not even giving Orange a chance to celebrate. They're bringing Bailey back out here. Are we getting heel Speedball? I guess you do want to end on seeing Speedball there just as a final pose as things go around here. So, all in all, tonight, when it's the night after a pay-per-view, it's the first show after a pay-per-view, I tend to have my standards lowered quite a bit, and Zodiac mentioned it during the show here tonight. They're really boom or bust shows, and usually the booms are involved in promos, and I think we got a lot of those tonight. Whether it be Will Ospreay bringing up the Omen, whether it be Nick Wayne going after Christian Cage, whether it be MVP and MJF, whether it be MJF and Adam Page. I think overall we've had a ton of progression here. Megan Bayne literally just going after any woman that moves in AEW at this point. Yeah, it was decent. It's like it's not a home run, but you know when you get in the lineup and you get that. Your team is behind. You're trying to catch up. And you struggle a couple hits together. And all of a sudden the pitcher screws up and he gives you a walk. This is the walk. This is one of those where you're still making progress. It's not huge progress, but you're still making progress. Saturday will be a ton of fun. Because we got the FTR Undisputed Kingdom match, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get the other 2 quarterfinals, which will be a lot of fun. We got a few rivalries we got to set together here. I don't know what's going to happen with Statlander and Willow, if that's going to carry over to Saturday. Tony Khan literally hasn't played many of his cards on the table because, frankly, he can't. With a number of people that have been somewhat injured and whatnot, and just trying to piece things together here for this next week here. But either way, Saturday is going to be a lot of fun, and I do hope you get an opportunity to check things out with us. If we get my main computer back and it's set up by then, we will be doing it simulcast both on YouTube and yeah, you could tell Mercedes was injured, so she's going to be around next week, hopefully against Billy Starks. And if she can't pass the medical, well, we'll have to deal with that in a different situation here. But yeah, there's just a lot of good things brewing. And that's the best thing we could say coming out of pay-per-view, where typically the show after is usually a pretty dead one.